What's going on, everybody? Dang, I look crazy on here, but I need to just get this off my chest. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but I just want to say my opinion about Donald Trump and these strikes in Syria, and I'll wait for a few people to get on to really dive into it. But okay, two people is enough. So I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I honestly support the president in his decision making. Now, I watch Alex Jones, and I love Alex Jones' show. I absolutely love Alex Jones' show. And he, think that Trump then flip-flopped and that he's not being genuine and all of the above. But I hold the confidence that the president of the United States is just doing what's right. I mean, I don't understand what else do we need to do. The president clearly said that this is not a long-term thing that we're going to do in Syria. We're not holding troops there. This is a one-time strike to prove a point. And I think a few people really hit the nail on the head on television is that we can't do like Obama did. This is not just America. This is on a national level. This is on a historic level. Like, we literally have to do something. I think when you see, let me go turn this TV off because they talking in the background irritate me. But when you see kids choking, gasping, and burning, these kids were burning. You could see them burning. Their faces burning. They choking. They having to give them asthma pumps. When you see, things like this occurring, we gotta do something. And this was a joint effort. It wasn't just the United States of America. But I think some people believe somehow that we need to avoid conflict. I'm gonna tell you one thing. To be a true leader in a real, I don't want to say man because this can apply to women, but just for the sake of argument, to be a real man, you're gonna have to make tough decisions. And I feel like Donald Trump had to make a tough decision tonight, and everybody else is worried about World War III. Oh, we're gonna go to war. We're gonna go to war. Like we somehow made a mistake. Listen, do you want to go to war with us? It's not a matter of, well, Russia is going to, we did them so wrong. They're gonna come after us. Oh my God, we're scared. This is like two heavyweight fighters. Neither one of them really want to get into this fight, but somebody got to start the fight and somebody got to lose the fight. And I honestly believe that I'm confident that the American military and the heart of America and the leadership that we have is stronger than their leadership. It's stronger than theirs. Or do they really want to take it there with us? Because I respect Russia. And I think that anybody that know anything about respect the power that Russia has, their military power, economical power, whatever the case may be. I have respect for them. But do you really want to take it there with America? I think people are acting like we some type of soft, cowardice, some type of passive-aggressive nation. See, these other presidents do stuff like that. Oh, I'm drawing the red line, and they cross the red line and you do nothing. And then you perpetually do nothing. And they made a real point on Fox News is that, okay, what if we don't do anything? Then what's next? Who's next? Now, I'm not evading the conspiracy of the possibility that this could be some other nation doing a preemptive strike or somehow trying to divert us, because the president did say he want to pull out of Syria. But, his advisors are saying we ain't pulling out until we get the job done. And, also, some of the conflicts make it very suspicious for a side to do something like this. But at the same time, if you're a cowardice or a calculated person, this is the perfect time to do it when nobody think that just you're responsible for it. My whole thing is this, man. I think the president of the United States made the proper decision for this country. I support him, right or wrong. I support it because I think in his heart, he did the right thing. And I honestly think at some point we got to stand up in America. I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to fight for what we stand for. And I don't mind joining the military. I would join the military tomorrow if I had to. I'm willing for us to fight. One thing about me, is if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. If I tell you, you disrespect me again, you're going to pay the consequence. Even if I calm down and I decide, you know what, I really don't want to do that, but I told you I was going to do it, you're going to respect me. So I'm going to have to show you. You know, it's the thing about spanking your kids. I'm just hear me out on this. It's like spanking your kids. You know, you spank your kids and then you tell them when you get home, because you did something at school and it was unacceptable and I got to discipline you for it. Now, I'm not even mad no more when I get home. I didn't halfway forgot about it. Now my son is all being cute and smiling and running around. I don't want to have to get him. But see, I got to look at the future and not look at instantaneous gratification. I need to get him so that he understand where I stand in the future. You got to understand, when I tell you not to do something and you do it anyway, I have to respond to you. Mm-hmm. And I think the same thing is what's going on in America with the president. Like when the president of the United States make a statement on national TV that if Assad or anybody else do this again, America is going to intervene. And I don't care who did it. Somebody did it again. We have good sources to think that it was Assad doing it to his own people. Then we're going to have to do something about it. And I honestly believe that this is going to gain respect all around the world. Is that when Trump say he's going to do it, don't mess around. Because, you know, I think that this could be a test run. Like, will America actually make it happen? Yo, yeah, America will make it happen. America will make it happen. And I mean, if we go to war, we go to war. It's inevitable. We can't evade the conflict forever. If it's time to go, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a bully running around. At some point, you're going to have to put hands on him. And don't try to cower in a corner and back down every time. At some point, you got to put your hands on that bully and let him know you ain't playing. It's the same thing with this country. At some point, Russia, if you want that drama, we'll bring it to you. Do you really want that drama? Yeah, I mean, people are so critical of America. Be critical of Russia. Well, why did y'all do anything? Why have y'all not doing nothing? I mean, I feel like they not even saying anything. Well, then y'all need to do an investigation. Y'all need to do an investigation. Russia need to do an investigation to figure out who actually did it, since we don't know what we're talking about and we think it's somebody that didn't do it. Y'all need to do an investigation and do a strike on the people who actually did it. Why? Y'all didn't listen, let me tell you something. Y'all done put us in this fight and we gonna take care of business. I don't know what you want America to be or to do. We're not gonna cower out. We done told you already. If you do it again, we're gonna blow it up. And people say, well, Assad didn't do it. How do you know? You know what I'm saying? Our military sources said he did it last time and it was confirmed that they were correct. People said he didn't do it last time. Now, people say, well, he did it this time. Now I got people that's doing conspiracy theories are saying, well, they're going to make it look like evidence that he did it. Well, come on. When does it end? If it looked like a duck, it's a duck. Go ahead and bust it. That's all you got to do. Go ahead and shoot it. It looked like a duck, smelled like a duck. It's probably a duck. Go ahead and shoot it. And then we'll find out later on was it a duck. But you acted in good faith. I don't know, man. It just bring out the warrior in me. Like, let's get it done. I'm not, like, who afraid of World War? I'm afraid of World War. What you gonna tuck your tail between your legs and go back in a corner somewhere? If it's game time, then we need to go fight. People, I mean, think about historically. People in our country have fought and died so we can be free. Not okay, what they're gonna do? Tuck the tail between the legs and say, I'm not ready to fight. I don't want World War I. I don't want World War II. I don't want to fight anybody. I'm gonna back in the corner and be a coward. No, it's time to go to war. It is what it is. They ain't scared, then why we scared? If they want to take it to it, then we're going to take it back to them in a story. And this is one thing that I'm not against Donald Trump on. I'm not against him. I think he's acting in good faith. and people say deep state won. I mean, I don't know how deep the state is. I don't know what y'all talking about with deep state. All I know is that what do you want us to do? For everybody that's acting as if this is a bad idea, what do you expect America to do? I mean, nothing. We should do nothing. Okay? In the face of doing nothing, then what are we showing? Oh, then Trump already then spit in his own face because he said on national TV, you do it again, we're gonna bust y'all. So if he does nothing, then what? Then he didn't lost his credibility worldwide. If he does nothing, then what's stopping whomever from doing this, from doing it again? And then where is they gonna do next? If they're willing to gas and use chemicals against little kids and women and children, like where are they going next? And then, okay, when they do it again, what do? Nothing. We do nothing. Okay, when they do it again, what do? Nothing. And then from some information I seen on the news is that they gassed and did this chemical attack in a place where we have military troops, in relative proximity to where we have military troops. So I don't understand. I don't understand. What country do you think we live in? Like, we've been living under Obama and them's administration for too long. And and we can't even call Bush, because I feel like Bush's thing is different. We're in a new era, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new president. We have new leadership. I'm not understanding why somehow we have gotten the idea in our mind that we should cower in these situations. Nobody was mad at Donald Trump when he said it the first time. If y'all do it again, we're gonna take measures as necessary. Nobody was mad at him when he said it the first time. But now when he act, people getting cowardice. People backing in the corner, they getting scared. They don't want world war. My whole thing is make it happen, Captain. If y'all want to throw the hands, this is kind of how I grew up. If you want to throw the hands, we can throw the hands. You know what I'm saying? I never back down from a fight simply on the principle of evading conflict. If I told you I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it happen. I mean, I could reiterate that to the day I die. If I tell a person, don't come to my front door with no drama, or I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be 4th of July over here. Now, somebody come to my front door and I do nothing. What does that say about me? You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. Being a police officer just made me think differently. Like, I don't know. I'm very direct. Like, I ask you, I tell you, then I make you. I mean, those are the principles that are ingrained in my mind. If you go outside of those strategies, you become a coward and people lose respect for you. You ask a person, Donald Trump asked them, refrain from doing this. This is what we're going to do. Then he told them, well, if you do it again, we're going to do something about it. And they did it again. So he made them. He took direct action. I tell you to sit down, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to make you. And then that alleviates the conflict in between of you thinking in your mind that you're going to come against America. And the same principle applies to him not telling them when he's going to strike. I mean, did Russia know we were going to do this? I guarantee you Russia knew what it was. Did they know what time, hour, and place? Probably not. But did the Russians know that we were going to do this? Yes. We have the cross communication. I forget the name of it, but we communicate with them on air traffic in Syria. Like, I'm pretty sure maybe they didn't understand that we were doing this, but the president already said stuff. First of all, let me explain something to y'all real quick. Putin isn't an idiot. Putin isn't a brainless person that I think that the media in America wants you to believe that he is. The man is running a powerful country, and the man is not stupid. So when he sees Syria, when he see them bomb, when people get gassed in Syria, he know that America is going to respond because Trump said he was going to respond. So for people to think that Russia didn't know, or they were unaware that America was going to strike in Syria, President Trump said the last time they do this again, we're going to do something about it. Not only did he say it, plenty of interviews before this ever happened that we are considering using force against them. I guarantee you Russia knew what it was. They knew what it was, man. They knew what it was. And I think that there were other bases that could have been struck, that they could have done strikes on. There was other areas that they were looking into, but they wanted to mitigate carnage. Do I entertain the thought that this is a nothing burger? Kind of, sort of. You know, I mean, last time we did 52 bombs on an airplane base, and then the next day they flying out of there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even do nothing. We were just doing smoke signals. You know what I'm saying? And could this be the same level playing field that we blowing up a lot of stuff, making a lot of noise to prove a point around the country? Because the little fat man in North Korea, he may want to gain enough, fortitude to try to come at us and see if we're going to respond to the threats that we've made. I'm telling you, this is a chess match. I mean, somebody else may have done this, but maybe they're trying to test America to see how far we're going to go. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If you want to try it out, see how far we're going to go, we're going to get into it. And I honestly believe I would challenge anybody that's going to say, well, you wrong, Brandon. Well, I'm just going off the information that's presented. Unless you have unequivocal evidence that somehow Assad was not behind this, then matter of fact, present that evidence to the government. Send that to Washington, D.C. If you got some type of evidence that you're saying there's no way Assad did it, all you're doing is utilizing a hypothesis. You're making a guess or estimate on who you think may have done this based on your own information, which is fine. If you got proof that somebody outside of what the intelligence community is saying who did this, then send it to the government, since you know everything. Other than that, then you got to go off of what reasonable people would know. I consider the president to be reasonable. I consider everybody else in the community that he's getting advice from to be relatively reasonable. And I don't think that they're dumb. I mean, I think that the people in our intelligence community, or people that are associated with the United States of America, they don't want to get into an unwarranted conflict either. Why? They got kids and family members, and they're going to have to put troops on the ground. Unless you think that these people are just completely mindless and they have no experience or exposure to what the troops are going to have to go through in military expense, then that's you projecting that on to people with no evidence. All I'm saying is that looking at these kids burning and screaming and coughing and dying and getting smoked out or burned out, lungs burning, watching these young people just die and get gassed and just tortured, to me, instigates us to respond. And as a country, this is what we do. Later on in hindsight or in retrospect, if we look back and say this was the wrong decision, I can live with that. I feel like the president is acting in good faith. And I will say that for anything that has been done. I think about that on the police department, any other aspect of it. If you act upon it in good faith, I'm running with you. I'm supporting you. After the fact, he didn't have a knife, he didn't have a gun like you thought he did. Okay, anybody can look back in hindsight and say, well, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. The man did the right thing, man. What kind of coward do you know? Y'all people get mad at him when if he don't do nothing. I mean, listen. I've criticized the president for certain stuff in the past. It is what it is. But it's a double standard. People get mad at him if he do something, and then the same people that say they support him get mad at him if he don't do something. Like, I don't know what people want him to do. Just let the man do his job, and then if things go bad, then we can criticize him and make a point about it later on. Just like terrorists and everything else. I'm not getting bent out of shape. I'm gonna trust the man know what he's doing. I'm trust that he's taking a risk. Like, a lot of people don't want to take risks. That's why they never, I think that Donald Trump became a billionaire because he took risks. I think anybody that became successful, they took risks. And everybody probably told him, oh, that's not a good idea because in the past, nobody ever done this before. Nobody should have ever did this before. Well, last president did this. And a person have to make a decision at some point. I'm just going to take a chance. And if I fail, I fail. But this could be the greatest historic move in American history. So what side do you want to be on? Do you want to sit in the corner and cower and never take chances and ride the wave, as mediocre as it may be, or you want to be bold and take chances with enough intelligence to know you can back it up? You know, that's just the way it is. And I'm gonna get off here, but I'm gonna bring the bullying point back into play. You got a bully that's bullying you around school all day long, and then you make a stand one day. You say, "Look, man, you bully me again, I'm gonna get with you." And he brings it to you. He bully you again. Now he bigger than you. He making beat you up. But at some point, you're going to have to swing on him. You know what I'm saying? You done told him once that you ain't going to take it. He done tried you again. You got to swing on him. You may win. And if you win, everybody in the school is going to be like, "Oh, man, you took him down." That bully will never mess with you again. Is it worth that? Is it worth the risk? Yes, it is. I think the same thing about our country. You're going to do something we told you not to do. We're going to make an example out of you. And if we get backlash, we just get backlash. But if we don't, and Putin look in the mirror and say, "Man, I don't really want to fool with America like that, because that President Trump, he ain't playing no games." You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing games, and I ain't really trying to lose my people. I ain't trying to lose my life. America ain't playing. You know, it's worth knocking the bully in the mouth. That's all I'm saying, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm saying. I had to get that off my chest because I was watching Alex Jones' show, and although I respect his opinion and I can't deny some of the stuff that he was saying, I just have a different opinion about it, and I like to see it play out. You know, I like to see it play out. I like to see it play out. Sometimes you got to take a risk, man. I mean, I could just use any other analogy, man. You know, you'd never be a great quarterback if you don't throw that pass that could be intercepted. You know what I'm saying? You'll never be a great quarterback if you don't scramble when everybody else is telling you to sit in the pocket. You know what I mean? You would never make that great business move if you didn't invest $10,000 into an idea that you've been thinking about your whole life. Like, great people don't ride the status quo. Great people don't sit around and wait for approval. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Great people take great chances, and that's how they become great. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to get off here, man. I love y'all. Again, if you don't follow me already, go to my YouTube channel. Just put in Brandon Tatum. I think I'm the most popular Brandon Tatum on YouTube. I hope so. Hopefully I'm trying to get there. So yeah, go visit me on my page. I appreciate you guys. I support the president. Right or wrong, I got his back, you know, and then we'll go from there.